afternoon, guys, and welcome to another episode of the High Performance PT Academy podcast. I am your host, Tony Pang, and guys, today we've got another one of the Academy students who's only really been on the Academy probably a few weeks now, but the transformation and the success, not just physically, mentally, personally, and business, has been absolutely phenomenal, and I think it's going to be an awesome story for some of you guys to really relate to Jade's story, what she's been through, how things have changed. And I think there's going to be a lot of golden nuggets in there for yourself that you'll be able to take away and implement in your business. So Jade, how are we?
Good, really well.
So pretty much wanted to give the listeners an idea just about what things were like before and how things have ultimately changed for you now. So give us a wee bit of background history to what did you do before?
Basically before I became a PT, I just kind of done like odd jobs here and there, restaurants, stuff like that. Okay,
so what made you want to actually become a PT?
So I had like a success story myself.
Yep.
I did just to be like 16.5 stone,
Okay.
actually falling into the obese category. And then I started training, like exercising all the time, dieting, and managed to drop like 8 stone.
Yeah.
And get in absolute incredible shape. And I done that by myself. And I can remember at the time, like, I feel like even though that was only maybe like 2014, there wasn't a lot of female PTs. There was like mostly males where I lived.
Yeah.
And I just basically wanted to help people. I wanted to help people do what I done pretty much, and that's why I got into it.
And I think a lot of PTs, obviously, everyone has their own story, and I think that when you've been able to have such a massive impact yourself, how good you felt, that newfound confidence, how you looked was like, fuck, I could really help other people do this too, you know what I mean, from my own experience. And so at that point, you just became a PT then?
Aye, so it did take me a wee while to do it, because obviously I've got 2 kids as well.
Okay.
So I was trying to work, look after the kids, and then do my PT course as well. So it did take me a few months to do it.
Yeah.
But I got there in the end.
Yeah. And so from there, did you go straight into a commercial gym, private gym? Like, what did you do from there?
Went straight into a gym, private gym, I would say.
Okay.
And just started working away. It was quite slow to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did build up a decent client base, but what I noticed was, and I don't know why I didn't think of this the first, like before I started, but like at the start of the year it was quite busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the year it was always super, super quiet.
Yeah.
To the point, obviously, I felt like I couldn't make a living doing PT, especially not at that time of year anyway. And then at the start, for the first couple of years, I was just doing like other shifts on other jobs, changed all the time. And then last year, I actually went and got another job because I just felt like I can't do this every winter.
I think that a lot of PTs and a lot of coaches out there will feel like their business can feel a bit seasonal. It's like January rush, you get this influx of clients. You get, maybe before the summer, you get an influx of clients. Then things start to kind of dwindle a wee bit. Summer's over and people have been in shape. They've been away. So there's not that same drive or motivation. Well, what do I do next? What I'm going to train for? So post-summer can be a bit slow. And then in general, the feedback I get from most PTs is always about the last 3 months of the year or winter time being really slow, really quiet. No one wants PT, no one wants help. And for me, I think that that's more of a belief system within yourself than something that is more of a reality. And that's something we'll go into later on. But obviously for yourself, it was a case that, look, every summer or start of the year, you were going to be busy. It was like, yep, love this. And then in the winter, it was like, fuck, I'm going to need to get a part-time job to support myself just so that I can continue doing this. And I'm assuming that wasn't necessarily the dream.
No, definitely not. Like, definitely not.
And so for yourself, at what point did you feel like things had to change?
Like, I mean, I kind of knew even after like the first maybe like 2 years. Obviously, I kind of thought the first year maybe like...
It was just learning.
Learning.
Yep.
Obviously, next year it will pick up, but then it was obviously the same kind of again at winter. And then like, obviously when I started seeing, like, about you doing the PT Academy, and obviously I just went back to see other people's stories. So then obviously I thought that things could change and it could be different. Last year, October, November, December, I didn't take on any new clients at all.
Okay.
And obviously we're getting into December, and I'm still taking on calls now to take on new clients.
Yeah, and so let's get you to the point. So what made you want to actually join the PT Academy? So what was your drive to be like, do you know what, fuck this, things have got to change. I want to do this.
Like, obviously seeing other people do it and how well they've done.
Yep.
And then as well, I knew I had more to give, but I just didn't know how to give it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I hear that from PTs all the time. It's like, I know I've got more. I know I've got more potential, but I just don't know what to do.
Aye. Like, you know you have more to give, but then it's trying to find out how to actually use it.
Yeah. And so when I jumped on a call with you to find out about what did you want, what did you need, and I think one of the main drives for you was ultimately family. You've got 2 kids. It was being able to have a job that would give you some sort of freedom to be able to spend more time with the kids. We had that conversation. That was a massive driver for you, to the point that you were crying in that first call.
I was crying, I was really upset, and I think it just kind of, like, it was the reality of it. Obviously, like, being a PT in a gym, like, you do long hours. Like, some mornings you're in there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I can remember getting in at 6 o'clock in the morning and doing clients and stuff, and I was kind of in there all day until I had to go and get the kids for school and nursery, and I would be bringing them in, rushing them, giving them dinner and going back out to work. Sometimes not getting in till 10 o'clock at night. And a real turning point for me was when my wee girl, like, she's 8 now, and every day she would say to me, "Are you working tonight? Are you working tonight?" And then one day she just said to me, like, "I wish I got to spend more time with you."
Yeah.
And, like, even now, like, I could start crying, because it's horrible. Like, you're trying to make a living and, like, to look after your kids, and all they really want is more time with you. So
Yeah. And that was a turning point for you. So you came on board. I knew you were driven because I knew that you knew the why. It was important. It was something that was value to you. Me having 3 kids, I knew the exact same. And I knew, look, as long as you know why you want to change, we can show you how. So you came on board. What did you feel like before that you struggled with? Was it getting clients? Was it getting those clients' results? Like, what was it that you struggled with?
do you know, like, clients, I could get clients in before. I do find the full process better now, obviously, because I'm speaking to them before I actually start training them. And now I realise, just signing somebody up for PT and them coming right in, you've never met them, start training them, it's no good whatsoever. Like, I don't know why that's what majority of PTs do, but I've realised that now, like, it's no good whatsoever.
So you don't want to work with anybody and everybody then?
No, definitely not. Obviously, I only want to work with people that actually want to work for what they want and to get the results. As well, before, I could get people results, but I know I could do better.
Yeah.
Like, I know I could do better. But then having people that kind of don't really want to stick to it, and they'll kind of do it like maybe Monday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So struggled with results as well a wee bit.
Yep. So then we came on board and it was a case of, look, we're going to give you a wee bit of help with your marketing, make sure that you're not just getting anybody and everybody. Is we want to find out who's your dream client, who do you want to work with, how do you get more of them? Because if I was to ask a group of PTs right now, think of your 3 best clients and imagine having 50 of them. It would be the dream. Yeah, and so it was a case of, let's get you more clients that you actually like. Yeah. Let's just not work with anybody and everybody. Let's not just work for money. Let's actually work with people that you actually genuinely like and you want to get results with. And obviously for yourself, we looked at your marketing, then we looked at your actual results. And it was a case that, you know what? A lot of PTs have the fear of telling your clients what they need to hear because they might leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say, guess what? If you don't get your clients' results, they're going to leave anyway. So what would you rather? Would you rather build a reputation where you were a bit more strict, your results were a byproduct of your business, that you were known for being good, you were known for being the go-to PT in your area? And I think that a lot of PTs want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be good at what you do. You want to be known to be good for what you do. And ultimately your results is your business.
Yeah, because the last thing, and I did kind of know this before, but like I realise it more now. Obviously, say you've got a client that's kind of half-arsing it, they're not really bothered, and you don't do anything about it. Then before you know it, 6 months down the line, they don't really look any different. What does that say for your business? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess PTs, I guess when I listen to PT, it's like, I've had this client for 3 years. And I'm like, well, I hope in that 3 years that you've got 6 some sort of amazing transformations because of it, because it's a long time. And if you're working with a client for that length of time and you've got maybe 1 transformation to show from it, from a business growth and scalability standpoint, I would rather have 50 transformations than 5.
Yeah.
That's going to speak volumes for your business. And so we looked at that side, and obviously for you now, you've been on the academy how long?
About 12 weeks.
12 weeks or so. And so how many clients did you have before?
I'm trying to think. Maybe like, I don't know, 6 or 7 consistently.
Okay. And then did you do online before at all?
No.
Cool. And so let's fast forward a wee bit. So where are you at now, PT wise?
So I've probably got maybe about like 11 clients, but right now, like PT, obviously I wasn't really want to take it on any more than that, but I've also started online, and I've probably gained about like 7 online clients.
Cool. So in general, you probably went from about 6 to about 20 in that time period. And in terms of time, which is the one thing you did want, have you got less time? Have you got more time? Like, how has that changed?
Like I'd probably say, like I'm definitely it's no costing me any more time, even though I've got more clients. Obviously, if I've went from 6 and now like to 20, you'd expect that
You'd demand more time.
aye, but no.
No, so you've been able to take on more work. It's not demanded more time from you. From where you're at right now, do you feel like there's still so much more to go?
Aye, definitely. Like I feel like this is just the starting point.
Yeah, and so I think for a lot of you guys, it's been able to see that change for yourself, and that if you gave yourself some sort of tangible target, let's say for a lot of people that have just done PT before, never done online, it's like I'll give you and say, look, can you get 1 new client a week? Doesn't seem like a lot. Let's put that in the grand scheme of a year, 50 new online clients a year. If we were to look at to double that and say, could you get 1 to 2 clients a week?
Yeah.
Then 2 clients a week consistently over 12 months is 100 new clients. Yeah, and if we were focusing more on quality than quantity, you'd have way more transformations from that than if you took on as many clients as possible and only really got a handful of results. Yeah.
Like I'm definitely seeing a massive difference with the new clients that did start. Like they're losing stones and stones. See, because obviously they're consistent. We're doing weekly check-ins, which I think is a massive part of it. And the results I've got in like the last 3 months are better than what I've got in the last 3 years.
Yeah, and that's huge, because how much better are you going to be able to promote your business because of that? How much more is your business going to be able to grow because of that going forward? And if we talk about price, because we're talking about this earlier, so we talked about with clients or PTs that charge cheap, because ultimately it's like, look, I need the money, I need the clients, and if I charge cheap, I can get more people under my belt. And we were talking about how that has an impact on your business.
Massively. Like, so obviously if you're charging cheap, and I never really kind of realised this before, but if you're charging cheap, then you're going to bring in everybody, people that think they want results, but they don't want to work for them. And obviously at the start, I didn't believe I could put my prices up, and you said to me, like, this is what you're going to be charging, and I'm thinking to myself, like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you were scared.
I was scared, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he's crazy. Like,
I get that all the time. Where you guys, and we spoke about that, you just thought, how am I going to be able to charge this? Our client's going to pay it. Like, it seems like a lot of money. Yeah.
now, like, I don't feel like it's a lot. I actually feel like I'm probably like...
You're cheap what you charge now.
Pretty much, because it's so true as well. Like, if you don't value what you do, then what's the point?
Yep, and we've always seen this. There's clients that would throw away £20. Let's say they had a PT session for 20 quid. They'd throw that away for nothing. Oh, I'm just going to cancel last minute. Oh, I can't be bothered going. Oh, I don't need this, whatever it is. They're quite happy to throw that away. Now, if you were 50 quid, if you were 100 quid, if you were 150 quid, you're not going to get that client be like, oh, I'm just not going to show up. Or I'm just going to kind of throw that down, because they value that money more than they value your time.
Yeah.
So they're not going to waste your time or their own money.
Because I did used to get it, like people just no turning up, or I just take it off my block or whatever. And then since I put my prices up, I had somebody had obviously missed one.
Yep.
And then I did charge her for it, and she's never ever missed one again, like never. And she tries harder now.
Yeah, because she values you, she values the service. At the end of the day, you are about getting results now. It's not just about working with anybody and everybody. You're taking it more serious. It is that transition from a hobby and a passion to an actual business and a career, that you need to treat it like that. You know what I mean? You need to be a lot stricter. I think there is a lot of PTs that are quite soft with their clients. They let people away with missing sessions. They let people away with their diet. They let people away with not checking in, etc., etc. And it's like, oh, it's okay. You'll be better next week. And like you said, 6 months down the line, client hasn't lost any weight. Client hasn't got any results. What does that say for you? What does that say for your business? And when I speak to PTs, it's like, oh, they didn't do the work. And I'm like, look, you need to take some ownership here. You're their coach. You're their PT. You let them get away with 6 months and not doing the work. So as much as they're not doing the work, you didn't chase them up. You didn't force them to actually do the work. So you need to take some sort of ownership for that. And that was something I wanted to instill within you guys is, look, build your reputation based on results. Like, be a bit more strict. Like, be a lot more professional. Take pride in yourself, your service, and have people talk about you for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. And so for you now, obviously you are charging more. You still feel like your online is a cheaper product, which we are only at the starting point for your online, to be honest. And in terms of PT, what were you charging before?
Pretty much like £20 an hour.
Cool. And where are we up to at the moment?
35.
Yeah, so we're almost just under double that. And obviously for that, you had 6 clients before. We're up at 11. What's going to be the difference, do you feel, that's going to... So at the moment you said, look, you don't want to take on more one-to-one clients. At the moment, that's due to time. You've got your other job.
Yeah.
You've got the time that you want to do PT. You've got time with the kids. You've got that kind of balance there. So for you, it is about promoting that online, being able to take on more clients and not necessarily demand more time for yourself, which is absolutely fantastic. So where do you feel like things are going to be going for you going forward now? Because obviously I think we talk about how to prepare and get organised for next year and how to organise through December to make sure that you are a success and that you are winning and you are thriving. So do you feel like now you're in the best position going forward for your business to catapult and explode?
Definitely, like as well, so I want to grow my online come January. So usually this time of year I wouldn't really be bothering, like try to take on new clients or anything, just because everybody feels like it's quiet this time of year. But like I'm already doing the legwork for January. I've already got clients that want to start, so hi. So
is that a different story from 12 months ago? You got another job because it was so quiet?
Yeah,
because probably this feels more like a part-time job than an actual full-time job. I need to get something else to support me to 12 months down the line and been like, fuck, actually, I'm busier now than I've ever been. I'm taking on more clients this time of year. I'm preparing that if I said to you, are you in a position that you could take on 20 more clients, let's say online, 20, 30 clients in January? Are you set up now that you could?
Yeah, definitely. So like this time last year, obviously, well, just before this time last year, I took on another job. I started a new job because I just felt it was going to be so quiet. And then this year, it's a totally different story. I'm actually can't wait until the beauty side quietens down after Christmas, so that, because I just know that my PT is going to take off, like even more so than it has done the last 3 months.
So I'm assuming now you enjoy what you're doing so
Aye.
much more
Oh,
now?
I love it now. Like, see, when I started, I loved it. And then the passion just I did lose it when you get people that just drain the life out of you all the time. And I feel like I've actually got that back. And it feels great, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've just started again and I'm ready to go.
And obviously alongside of this, so we've got you back more time. You're going to be earning more money. We are also looking after your own personal goals as well. As before, you had managed to lose 8 stone. And obviously now we've got you to the point where we've been working on that as well. Mm-hmm. And what impacts that kind of had on you?
Aye, I feel great. Like, I feel much better because obviously I knew how to do it because I've done it before.
Yep.
And then over COVID, when the gyms were shut and then I hurt my hip, I just kind of, obviously everybody piled weight on during COVID. And then when I hurt my hip as well, I wasn't training as much and it did have a massive impact on me. Like, my mood was so low. And I just felt like even in the summer I'd kind of tried to go on a diet and I wasn't getting anywhere. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what's happening here because obviously I know what to do,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't happening. And then obviously since I started the PT Academy, I've gotten great shape in the last 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just been easier. Like, see, when you've got somebody there, obviously I know if I have any issues or struggle with anything, you're always there.
Yeah.
And it's been a massive help. I feel much better for it.
Less stress, more clarity, more direction. End of the day, I'm assuming because you now look better, confidence is there.
Aye, definitely.
Because your business, you're so much more confident with the knowledge, the systems, the tools, you can service your clients better, you can get them better results. That's why, for me, you feel like you're charging cheap now.
Aye.
Because you know your service is 10 times better.
Oh, like the knowledge as well, that's such like a big part. Like, see, on the PT Academy, all the videos, like I could watch them all day long. Like, you're literally like a book of knowledge, do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm a wee sponge ready to absorb it all. Like, I could honestly see that way if somebody talks a lot and you get fed. I could never get tired of you listening to you.
Yeah.
Like, because it's something new all the time.
And I think that that's ultimately going to resonate into your business because when problems come up with your clients, you're so much confident talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why that is. I know how to help. I know what to do different. And that's what's going to give you the ability to charge more because you are more valuable. Your service is better. You do know more. And we always talk about how the academy is going to fast track a lot of PTs and a lot of coaches that what took me 14 years of doing courses, doing seminars, traveling to learn from the best of the best and packaging all this up for you guys to say, look, what took me 14 years to learn is we can fast track you and do this in a matter of months.
Yeah.
Give you more knowledge, give you more experience, be able to have you confident charging more, being able to take your business online, being able to give you more impact, more freedom, more time with kids, family, balance, all the stuff that you guys want. And so for you now, how has life changed?
Like, I feel great now, to be honest. Like, obviously my first call with you, I was crying and everything, and I don't know, I just felt terrible. I was out of shape because obviously I hurt my hip and stuff, wasn't really training much. Like, my PT, like I wasn't really doing anything with it. And now I feel brilliant. I feel like a new person. Like, I'm back in shape. You've helped me with my hip problems. You've helped me grow my business. Like, I just feel so much better.
So the future's looking good.
Aye, very good.
The future's looking bright. And so if you were to speak to yourself, whether it was 12 months ago or you were to speak to a PT or coach out there that's probably in your similar shoes, what bit of advice or what would you say to them?
I mean, I would definitely advise them to start on the PT Academy because the help that I've had off you in the last 3 months, like, I didn't have off anybody that I'd done my course with in the last 4 years. Do you know what I mean? I actually kind of wish that you started the academy sooner. Like, because I used to follow your page constantly. I would check it like every couple of days, and like, I just can only imagine, see if you were doing this like 4 years ago. Like, I can only imagine. But
how much further ahead you would be.
But like, that's only because I can see the difference I've made in like 3 months. Do you know what I mean?
So you can imagine the change you've made in 3 months. What's 12 months going to look like?
Aye, it's going to be mega.
You know what I mean? More clients, more time, more freedom, not being able to have more time with kids, being able to have financial security, be able to look after yourself, promote your business, all that stuff that's what you guys want. And it's ultimately my job to give you tools, resources, the knowledge and the confidence to do that in abundance. And not just once. I'm assuming now that you could probably do this forever.
Aye, definitely.
It's not some sort of short-term solution. It's not some sort of quick fix. It is teaching you guys what you need to know to get the results you want. And I say this to all the PTs, it's my job to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Yes, we don't like, sometimes we can take things and like, oh, I take this personal, whatever. It's business. At the end of the day, if you guys want to do well and you want to be successful, sometimes we need to change some of the things we do. We need to evolve. We need to move with the times. It's a bit like we always talk about with your marketing, the way you're going to talk to your clients at the start of the year compared to talking to clients now. We saw a huge difference is that one way of doing things will work, but it will only work for so long. And if you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to adapt, you're going to kind of get left behind.
Yeah, like even when I first started with you and you would tell me to do certain things and I'm thinking to myself, I can't do that, like I can't do that. And now it's just like
second nature.
It's just normal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so obviously going forward, Jade, from all the things that have kind of happened, all the changes, everything now is for you, what would you like to, so let's fast forward where you would like to be in 12 months time. What does that look like?
Basically growing my online massively.
Would it be fully online? Would there still be PT there?
I would still like to do PT, but like I would probably keep the numbers quite small.
Yep.
Maybe like say like 2 days a week, I would say.
Yep.
And
just focus more on the online.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you ever feel like this, right? But I feel like, and I don't know if it's just the clients I've got now, like my PT clients obviously do try and they do get great results.
Yep.
Like, and there's this big myth about how online coaching is like
It's not
terrible,
superior. Yep.
that it's no good, but it's lies, because I feel like some of the online clients I've got are doing better than the face-to-face people, and I think it's because they know, like sometimes you might get a client, oh, I'm going to see Jade on Tuesday, so
Yep.
I'll just chill the day, and then the online people, they know that other than like a video call, really, they're not going to see you. So some of them, I feel like they put in more of an effort, and it's so true. Like it's no 1 hour or 2 hours a week that's going to change you. It's all the time with that.
Yep. And obviously with online, you get so much more time to look after your clients. Mm-hmm. You can check in with them daily, see how they're getting on. You can spend a bit more time with them out with that session. Like there's so much that from what online used to be to what online coaching is now.
Yeah.
And especially what I've done with you guys and showed you how to kind of leverage your time and with the systems and the tools is you can service 40, 50 clients as well as you could do 10, 20 clients. And what I'm trying to kind of figure out whether for you, do you feel like it's because you attract better clients that your online clients are doing better? Or is it because from a one-to-one perspective? Because for me, one-to-one clients need a PT because they're not willing to do as much work on their own.
Yeah.
Whereas online clients are willing to do the work on their own. They just don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah. So is it the attraction or the quality of the clients now, would you say?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. And that's where we always talk about where your marketing, your messaging, people getting to know you, people getting to like you, people getting to trust you. That's the difference. You know what I mean? People buy into people. They don't buy into services. They buy into solutions. They buy into that feeling. And if you can sell that feeling and you can give clients ultimately what they want, go above and beyond with your service, you're going to live a fulfilled life because you're going to feel good about yourself. Your client's going to feel amazing. It's a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So obviously, Jade, it's only been 3 months. Like I feel like for some of you guys is that 3 months like flies in. I feel like you just joined, honestly, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And yet so much has changed. Is when I speak to all you guys at the start, you're nervous, you're scared, you're excited, but there's mixed emotions. I don't know if this is going to work. I really want it to work. Surely it's got to work. Oh, and there's so much in your head to digest. And then when I speak to you 12 months on, or 12 months, 12 weeks on, it's just a different person.
Aye. Mm-hmm. Like it's different for the person that was crying on the phone.
It's so different. And I always think that you guys change so quick. in the academy, from the first 2 or 3 weeks to the first month to the second month to I can see that growth within yourself, that own personal development, and that business and everything else just starting to tie in, that you guys see it all coming together.
Yeah.
And you just know that this is only really the beginning.
Because you give us all the tools, you know what I mean? Like, loads of people, like, say if you do courses or whatever, there's usually something that you will struggle with, but like, if there's ever any struggles, you're always there.
Yeah.
And you address it. And like, so say I've got a problem and I come on the call to you, and then you understand the problem, probably because you've had it maybe 10 years ago yourself, and then you'll tell me how to fix it, and just like that, like, it's not a problem anymore.
It's
Do you know what I
easy.
mean? It's easy, like, all the tools are there, so like,
It's hard for you not to be successful in that case.
Aye.
And so, guys, hopefully from all of this that you can take away is, look, whether your business is doing great, whether your business isn't doing great, or whether you feel like business is stale, as quick as things can feel like they're declining, as quick as you can feel like you want to leave the industry or potentially get another job because it's so volatile, it's so up and down, is as quick as your life can turn around. And I think from Jade's story, being able to really showcase in a matter of weeks, like literally matter of weeks, how you can go from kind of struggling to actually seeing how this is going to grow, develop and flourish into a career in business for your future. And it's not just this wee short-term hobby, it is more of a business and career for you now. Should really showcase you guys when you get the help, when you get the support, when you educate yourself on how to be better and level up, is the sky's the limit. It honestly is, with your own happiness, your own time, like being able to live the life that you want in your terms. For me, that's priceless. There's not anything that I could put on that. And I just want to thank you again, Jade, for coming on and just giving the guys a wee bit of insight. I know it's only been a couple of weeks. I know there's so much more to come, but it's always nice to hear. I don't just want to showcase the guys in the academy at the end of their journey. Mm-hmm. It's like 12 months down the line. It's like, I've got this empire, because for a lot of PTs and coaches, it's too far away.
Yeah.
It's too far away. And it's sometimes nice just to hear how things have changed in such a little time, but manageable changes.
Even in the first 3 weeks, like, I could see a massive change. Like, 3 weeks, do you know what I mean? It's like 21 days, and I already was seeing massive changes, so I can only imagine what I can do in 12 months.
Yeah. So guys, make sure that you like and subscribe, and make sure that if you've got any other people that you feel like would value from this, to share the podcast, like, comment. And guys, I'm looking forward to chatting to the next success stories on the podcast, and make sure to tune in. I'll speak to you guys soon.